6.ee.8. I can write and graph an inequality. Vocabulary terms are greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. I should have had inequality be one of the vocabulary words, but an inequality is a statement that uses greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. It's not using an equal sign. Okay, so the vocabulary definitions, greater than or equal to, is exactly what it says. It's greater than or it's equal to. But greater than or equal to symbol, the symbol you use is that. The greater than symbol with the half of an equal sign underneath. Less than or equal to is a less than sign with a symbol underneath, or with an equal sign underneath. Okay, so notes. To write an inequality, first thing you do is you choose a variable to represent the unknown number. The second thing you do is you use clues from the situation to decide which of the four inequalities to use. So we've got greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Thirdly, write the inequality making sure that the alligator eats the bigger number. Okay, so we have to be able to write an inequality, and the clues that you're going to use, the or equal to symbols, are no more than, or at least. There's little things that if I have no more than $20 in the bank, that means I'm using less than or equal to. If I say I have at least $50, that means I have greater than or equal to $50. Because I could have 50 or I could have more. If I have no more than $20 in the bank, I could have $20 or I could have less. Okay, so the second part of today's lesson is graphing an inequality. To graph an inequality on a number line, first step's drawing a number line. No kidding. Second step, place a dot on the boundary number. The boundary number is the number that's mentioned in the problem. So if I have no more than $20 in the bank, $20 is the boundary number. If I have at least $50, $50 is the boundary number. And if the inequality uses or equal to, that dot I place is going to be a solid dot. So if it's greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, it's a solid dot because that includes that number. Otherwise, if it's just greater than or less than, it's a hollow dot. That shows that you're not including that number. If it's less than $20, it couldn't equal $20, so you don't fill in the dot. Pay close attention to the examples we do. Okay, number 3. If the inequality is greater than, shade the number line to the right and shade in the arrow at the end. Less than, shades to the left. So I'm going to use these steps on the example below. I need at least $40. I need at least $40 more to buy new shoes. Represent this as an inequality and on a number line. So I'm going to say D equals the dollars I need because I have to use a variable. And I'm going to use D. I need at least $40. So the D could equal $40, or it could be more than $40. Anything more than or equal to $40 and I'm in good shape. That's what my problem says. I need at least $40 more. That at least, that was a sign that I was going to use the or equal to symbol. So D is greater than or equal to $40. So I've represented it with an inequality. Right here. That's an inequality because it doesn't use equal sign. It uses the greater than or equal to or less than or equal to sign. Now I'm going to put it on a number line. So I'm going to draw a number line. Then I am going to make sure that the boundary number is on the number line. So the boundary number is 40. And then I'm going to add numbers on each side of my boundary number. I'm going to go ahead and put dollars just because that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I need at least $40 or more. So greater than or equal to 40. If it could be equal to 40, that means the dot on the number line, on the boundary number, gets shaded in. It could be 40, that's why I'm shading it in. It could also be greater than 40. $50 would be enough to buy the shoes. So anything bigger than 40 gets shaded in. So I thicken in the number line, I shade in the number line to the right, since we're talking greater than, and when I get to the end, I shade in that arrow. Okay, that means that all those numbers that are shaded in, $40.10, $42, $50, $6 million, all of those would be enough money to buy my new shoes. So it's important to know that with an inequality, we are showing infinite solutions. There's not just one answer. There are infinite solutions. You couldn't name all the answers. It could be $40 and 1 penny, $40 and 2 cents, $40 and 3 cents, all the way up to $6 million, then $6 million and 1 cent. All of the amounts of money more than $40 or equal to $40 are solutions. So that's why we have inequalities, to show infinite solutions. Okay, so that's my number line. Here are some extra examples. Don't write these down, just pay attention. All of the runners who can run a mile in 6.5 minutes or less will go to the track next meet. Select all of the times for runners who will be allowed to go to the track next meet. Well, the inequality, if I was to write one, the times need to be 6.5 minutes or less, so they need to be less than 6.5 minutes or equal to 6.5 minutes. If you make 6.5 minutes, then you go to the next track meet. And if you do anything less than 6.5 minutes, you go to the next track meet. So, is 6 minutes less than 6.5? Indeed. Is 6 minutes and 30 seconds less than or equal to? Yes, indeed, because it's equal to. Okay. 6 minutes and 50 seconds is more than that, so that's not a solution. 7 minutes is too much. That's not a solution. These are our solutions. Next question. The graph of an inequality is shown using the variable x. Write the inequality that is represented by the graph. So the boundary number is -4, and it's shaded in to the right of -4. So x is greater than -4. And now I have to look at the dot. Did I include -4 on the graph? It's filled in, so yes. X could equal -4. So x is greater than or equal to -4. If it was just x is greater than -4, the number line would have looked like this, with a -4 and a hollow dot and shaded in. Okay? But this example and the one below both have shaded in dots, so they are going to use the or equal to symbol. Next problem. The graph of an inequality is shown using the x variable. Write the inequality that is represented by the graph. X is greater than or equal to 0. Notice that the alligator, since the shaded in part is bigger than the boundary number, that means it's greater than or equal to. So the alligator would eat the x, not the 0. The 0 is on the small end. All right. Last example, and then you can start your quick check. Antonio's hiked to the top of several peaks that are at least 2,000 meters high. At least. That means that they could be 2,000 meters or more. Write both of the inequalities that represent all the possible peak heights x that Antonio might have hiked to. So x is greater than or equal to 2,000, and 2,000 is less than or equal to x. So inequalities could be either direction. You just have to make sure that the alligator's eating the correct number. In this case, it's the x. All right, quick check. Go for it. See you soon.